How about if we cover a topic on my channel, Your Uncle Dutch? I just yelled at some people this morning. A lot of ignorance going on in the world, and it's deliberate. AI plays a big factor. This gentleman with this F 350, he's like me. He's older, got health problems, probably got other problems too. We're just not good friends. We don't talk about it. I'm just trying to be his friend. I tried contacting his insurance company, which is my insurance company, but they play games with this AI. You see, I'm trying to register with insurance companies as a small collision shop, but I don't follow their rules. Number one, it's beer 30. I want to relax when I explain. When you call and you have a claim, their MO or modus operandi, what they do is they know you have a claim. You see, when I tried to register as a shop, because this guy has my insurance company, don't let the breeze bother you that's coming through here. It was putting me through to my previous claim. And that was on the website that was supposed to register me as a shop. You see, this is one, it's denial. That's why the shops are going away. Look, Brutus. Come on, Van Moose, go catch me a mouse for dinner. A big juicy one. No more birds. I like the little birds. Cat. The big orange beast. So anyway, I'm trying to do some like calmer analytics. I like Boris Tiesenhausen or Tiesenhausen, however you say that. I'm not good with them Yuki names. I'm trying to do an analytics of they have AI and see when you call about a claim, they know who you are. So if they want to talk to you, they want to talk to you. If not, they're going to have you on ignore. You just get a machine. Hi, thank you. This is your adjuster, whatever. I'll get back to you. And 9 chances out of 10, he's going to get a letter. What they're doing is the insurance companies are broke. Number one, from the fires in California. Number two, they're all Jew owned. So all that money is going to Israel. And they don't want to pay anything. And I don't want to give this guy, upset him because he doesn't know me. But I do YouTube, and sometimes I'll introduce my other personality through YouTube because I do get a little forceful. Uh, you know, bad parts, no parts. You know, sneaky chicken farts. It's all Chinese, Chai Com Gaga. And when you're working with insurance companies, sometimes when one thing turns into another, it turns into a hell of a bill when you're getting bad parts. Now, that didn't happen with his truck. It was basically two deep dents. They're time consuming. And he owes me money. I mean, any other shop is like that. It ends up what it is, and you try to be fair with the people because if not, they don't come back. Or they say that guy's an asshole. I don't want to deal with him. And I really don't want to hurt anybody because I want people to come back and I want you to say, hey, I want them to say, hey, you can take your truck over to that guy and get it fixed. Now, he needs other work done on his truck, so he's watching his pennies. And I like I said, I don't want to give him the bad news. In a couple days, he's going to get a letter. This is all we're going to give you. And what's happened, why the shops where I worked, and I was quite happy at the one shop. Don't get me wrong, and I liked the owner. He liked me. We talked. They went out of business because that's what they're doing. They're giving the shop, telling the shop, this is all we're going to pay you. And then the shop's got to figure out how it's got to pay its supplier bill, which the one shop was severely delinquent. There was actually it was not a constable, it was a sheriff that showed up. And evidently he shooed us all back in the other shop, and whatever went on there, I don't know. He was in trouble with paying his bills, but that's what happens. But then you cannot give your customer a bad experience. I don't have a solution for this. This is your insurance company's, and he has the same insurance company as I do. But I tried registering with several insurance companies, or should I say two others. It does not let you register. They don't want the shops, they want them out of business. They want them to go to a conglomerate center, you know, where they got those guys that don't really speak English that work for Rice and Beans, and they're all state subsidized. So then they can pay those guys chump change. That's where they're going with this. Matt Morris summed it up really good. They're making us pay for our own demise in more ways than one. And it's going to be brutal when you can't pay your bills. And that's the way it's been. It's been brutal on people. And that's all because of this leftist shit going on. Leftist shit. Insurance companies are involved in it too. Don't tell me that California, those areas that got burned out because they didn't pay any claims that I'm aware of. Now, I don't live in California. My daughter does, and she knows a lot of people that are homeless because of it. Yeah, people that had money, they had good jobs. Their money's gone, their house is gone, and their job is gone. It was burned out. That's going to become little Israel. Mark my words. My friends call me Swami at times. That's why I post these videos, because a lot of people, they haven't necessarily been watching me for my automotive. They've been watching me for my psychic pretense, which isn't psychic. I worked for the Department of Defense. You see, when you're military, the DOD, they have offices next to GOD. So you know what's going on if you're up there in senior command or whatever. I can pretty much walk in and get straight answers out of people sometimes. Depends on who I'm talking to. They're filling it up with a lot of assholes, a lot of leftists, and that's why a lot of us left the DOD. There's not much left there for us old dinosaurs. The people that believe in doing shit right, telling the truth, and doing things the military way. Thanks for watching my videos, and I hope if anybody else is having a problem with an insurance company, it's not you. It's not you. Homeowners are going through it. Repair shops. Everybody's going through this. They're having a hard time. Because some people are going to think it's you, like they want to make the customer maybe think that my price was too high or something. You see, they play games. And as I always told the story about the body shop, that's before I say thank you for watching my videos. I told this gentleman in 2024, there was a young kid, it was a deer strike. We were fast. I could tear the hood, the fender off of a car in a couple hours. And the guy, the painter in the shop, he could paint it. The next day, it was all painted and ready to go back together. Sometimes he stayed past midnight to 1 in the morning. And he showed right back up at 7:30, 8 o'clock. I don't know how the guy did it, but he was doing it. I'd walk in the morning and the parts were all painted. Hey, you know, Dutch, over there. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Get my tools out. I'd roll my cart over and I'd put it all together. Well, that kid, his car was done in 3 days. The insurance company didn't even contact the shop. And the kid, hey, I'm ready to go. I got to go to work. I got to get a job. Well, it was Christmas Eve, 2024. I think it was the 23rd, not the 24th, but it was right near Christmas Eve. I had the kid's keys yet in my toolbox. I didn't hang them back on the rack because we were jockeying cars around with this incoming storm. So the keys ended up with other keys in my toolbox. Kid come in with a gun and wanted his car. I got to go to work. I'm going to lose my job. This is the asshole world that these leftists have been building for us. They own us. And it's about time we stop them. So I'm having a hard time getting a hold of this man's insurance company. I have another, I keep 2 other phones. One was a relative, she didn't like the phone, I took it. And then I have another phone as a spare in case mine takes a poop. So I have 2 other phone numbers that I can call. They think it's a customer. When there's a number, it's not in their system, they don't know it, or they don't keep it in their system because it doesn't call ever again. Bingo. They pick up the phone, and a lot of times now the other game, oh, that person, somebody else answers. They usually have 3 or 4 people in these insurance company offices, the agency offices, not the big corporate. But an agency office usually has 3 or 4 people. Hey, I want to talk to, you know, half-wit so-and-so. Half-wit so-and-so, when you call, normally they'll say, I'll leave a message that you called, and you don't hear nothing. So what this man, what he's going to experience is, he's going to get a letter, this is what we're giving you, and that's what he's got to deal with. And then he needs this other work done on his truck. I'm going to try to cut a deal with him that he can pay for some of it later, but I can't. When I have another shop involved that does fabrication work, I've got to have the funds to pay them, and I've got to have funds to pay me a week or so worth of work. So that's my video. This cat, he sees this window. I had to take that door apart to put the metal in the bottom there. He was after the window because it was moving. This animal is super. I think he escaped from a science lab. So I'm gonna let you guys go. And I broke a tool, and I need the money from the guy because I've got to fix the tool. That's what happens. I'm not flooded this year again. I have one other job coming up. I'm not taking it in because of room. That's because of another individual that didn't pick up a vehicle here when I asked him to. I go through all kinds of stuff, and that's why sometimes I don't snap at my customers. I told this guy I was trying to tell this man the truth and be nice to him. So thank you for watching my videos, and spread this around for other people, because you might have a customer that doesn't understand what you're going through, that the insurance company, they're only going to pay so much. And just like I almost got shot on, day or so before Christmas in 2024, I walked back in, that guy closed the shop. That kid leveled that gun right at my chest, and I told him I had lunch money. I don't know if I ever told the story on camera before, but the other part is I had like money for my lunch or whatever. I had some change and stuff that it was in my pockets, because when you're crawling under and over vehicles, it falls out. And I had a pile of, maybe ones, whatever, maybe 10, $15 and change in the drawer. I told him to take it. And he said, I don't want your fucking money. I just want my car. I understood where the kid was at, because they're young and they got bills to pay. I hope he didn't end up in jail. I think he did, the way I heard. You don't go pointing guns at people. I was supposed to get called. I don't think it went to trial. I think he took a plea. But that was something. And that's what people were going through. Desperate times. Thanks for watching my videos.